Yeah.
Do not feel prescripted by anything. That's why I don't like film schools.
Really?
I hate.
Why? Tell us more.
I hate film schools. I think it's a disaster. 50% is an industry that milks money. 30% is a sort of self-righteous process. 20% could be inspiring, depending on what is the school. But there is nothing you can learn in longer than a week about filmmaking, technically. What are the lenses? What is the camera? What does it mean, an angle toward another angle? Our friends here with their cameras, they can teach you in 3 days everything. And I'm not saying to dismiss them, thank you for your work, but because the position they took is the right one, right? Now, acting, there is nothing you can learn, unless you want to be an actor, but one can argue that also acting schools are complicated. But anyway, you have to understand how to relate to people, because you can't direct an actor the way you direct another actor. You have to understand the personality you have in front of you, and then to start to talk to each one in the way in which every one of them needs to be talked about, right? Like, they don't teach history of cinema, because they show you like Pulp Fiction as a classic. And I'm very good friend with Quentin, and I think that indeed Pulp Fiction is a modern classic. But maybe you want to see Murnau or other movies, or Aida Lupino, I don't know. So, like, you can't really learn unless you live.
Yeah.
And you can't really learn unless you are making things.
So you do it.
How did I do it? I did it because I started to do it. I had a Super 8 camera when I was a kid, and I was doing things like completely stupidly. Then when I was 15, I saw a boy that I found incredibly attractive, and the only way I could talk to him was like, would you like to act in a short film I'm doing? And he said, yeah. And I invented the short film after he said yes, because of... And his face reminded me of Kyle MacLachlan in Lynch's movies. So I made a movie called The Body of David Lynch, which is now disappeared. But I sent it to the Oberhausen Film Festival. They must have like a copy somewhere. And I shot this guy with his reflected image on a mirror to distort his face like Nick Cage in Wild at Heart. And then I put, for 15 minutes of this shot, and then I put the sounds of, a montage of sounds of Lynch. Very, very boring, incredibly presumptuous movie. But at least I did something that was coming from an effort to meet someone. Nothing happened with the actor. I never had anything with actors in my life. That's another very good advice that no teacher would tell you. Do not go with actors or actresses as a director, ever. Resist. So I did that. I started to do things.
Yeah.
I learned by doing it. I grew people around me who became my family, my friends, and my wonderful collaborators.
Yeah.
With Queer, I think I celebrate my 30th year with Fernanda Perez, my makeup artist.
Wow.
It almost touches me. Yeah.
That's incredible.
She did my first short film, and she's now doing my last movie now.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's what you need to do. Build a group of people you want to work with, be courageous and experimental and crazy and strategic. And don't...
And just do it.
Yes, and don't seduce actors.
That is great advice. I love that. Nice.
Thank you.